Yes, Train? Court? Narega? Raga? Me too. Let's see who else has it. Every yes in the chat. Almost every one of those people that the five of us just thought of is a relative or dear friend. Now what? We're getting deep on this pre-Thanksgiving morning, just in time for tomorrow. Just in time, because tomorrow is like, Thanksgiving is like family WWE. Shit's about to go down tomorrow. People are about to get mad tomorrow. People are about to drink alcohol tomorrow to deal. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Unix says drinking now, pre-gaming to deal with mom tomorrow, you know? I got a stepson who lives for drama on the holidays. That's ugh, that's tough. But we need to get to the heart of it. You need to say to stepson, brother, you clearly had a lot of trauma as a kid, but this nonsense you're bringing to the family here is not working. If your spouse is upset about that, you gotta deal with that. But negativity is always wrong. Garbage is garbage. There's also a lot of other things if you can't afford therapy. Working out works for many. Not for me, by the way. Working out does not do anything for my mental health. My mental health is pure practice since I was 7th grade, maybe 7, 8 years old. Friends, I had a very weird life in hindsight. I was so scared that my parents were gonna die because both my parents lost a parent young. My mom lost a mom. My mom lost her mom when she was 5. My dad lost his dad at 15. And my mom, because I was the oldest, always told me that if anything happened to her or my dad, I had to take care of my siblings. It was just immigrant, oldest child shit. I was so scared my entire childhood that I cannot explain to all of you. I cannot explain to all of you. I wish it on no one, and weirdly I wish it on everyone. How every goddamn day of my life, I had unlimited recurring nightmares of my parents dying, plane crashing, going back to Russia on a family reunion. Every time I would survive with a different random family member. Like,
damn it, man.
I feel like every morning I would wake up and nothing happened overnight, I'd be happy. And I literally started practicing that at such a young age.
A bit of plastic.
You know, my mental health comes from gratitude. A lot, you know, shut up and buy the Jets. Braxton will never shut up about what I'm talking about, and I will buy the Jets. I got you, bro. I love you, Braxton.
Hello.
You have great. You know, it's funny, Deluxe by Diana says, that's so sad, constant anxiety. It was micro anxiety. It was like a poop, but then it'd be like the truth. It'd be like, poop, I'm scared. Oh wait, they're still here. By the time I got to 18, I'm like, I won. So basically my whole adult life, you know, has been just very grounded in gratitude. And I've just always been happy in my darkest days on paper, on my best days.
See if I can
I don't
get
get too
some
high.
more
It's
stories.
super simple. Gratitude is the potion. So many of you earlier said, I'm down. It's because you're not grateful enough. A bunch of you are just crybabies. I love you, but you're a crybaby. You're deciding to be upset about something materialistic or vain or short-lived endorphins. The high of hooking up with a hot chick or like winning $1,000 in the lotto or having a Gucci bag. And you're not grateful for great stuff. A lot of people here have decent, good families where everyone's healthy and they're crying that they're not as rich as Mark Zuckerberg or not as hot as Hailey Bieber. What the hell is the matter with you people? Corey, we've lost our way. People have loving mothers and fathers in here. How many people here would kill to have a loving mother and father? Say, I would, in the chat. You know? And like, luckily, many people have that. That's awesome, Wells. Right, exactly. I wish mine were still here, KK says. Now watch this. How many people have a loving mother and father? Have a loving mother and father. Like real talk, don't be a brat. Say mom and dad. Say mom and dad. Say mom and dad right now in the chat. If you have a loving mother and father, say mom and dad in the chat. If you're one of, you know, like Andrew Garcia, I'm so happy for you. Like, look at, man, I don't know, everyone who said mom and dad just now, man, on some real talk, like, you won. And when I go look back at the chat and I see people that say they're down, but then they also later answered mom and dad, and then a lot of people are saying only mom or only dad, right? Watch this for everyone who just felt bad because they saw people say mom and dad and they got to say only mom and dad. How many of you have neither? How many of you grew up, forget about if they passed, how many of you grew up without a mother or father that was loving and did the right thing? Say neither. Yeah. You say, Court? It's real, man. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what we're crying about. Let me make it even more real. If you're one of the 1,300 people that can afford a smartphone that has TikTok on it and have the ability at 10 a.m. on this Wednesday to even watch this little silly show, your life is better than most people on earth. What did I just say? Did I just say that if you're even on this show, there's 8.3 billion people, there's 830 million people on earth that can't get to clean water this morning. They will have to walk 10 hours to get to clean water. Clean water! If you have a smartphone that has TikTok on it and you have the ability to be watching this at 10, 11 a.m. Eastern, USA, you already have a better life than most people on earth. But you motherfuckers decided to compare yourself to Elon Musk and Beyonce, and that's why you're upset. We've literally decided to compare ourselves to 96 people to make ourselves upset. You're looking to make yourself upset. Uh-oh. Now we're getting to something very real. Let me go somewhere really real with all of you. I'm going backwards hat, like Rocky, like Sylvester Stallone in like, what was that thing? Yeah, was that Arma, help me chat. What was that? What was that movie he was in, Sylvester Stallone? Over the Top, thank you, Tyler. Spirits and storytelling, over the top. I'm going over the top right now. A lot of you have preconditions and mental frameworks that forces you to look for bad even when it's good. This is real. We're getting into some real deep stuff. Many of you have been conditioned and have not fought against the number one issue in your life. The number one issue in your life is you're looking for bad even when it's good. I grew up with two very different parents. One who looked for good even when it was bad, and one who looked for bad even when it was good. I know this ice cold. Now what? And Wicked Wake says, okay, narcissist. See, the reason Wicked Wake says that in chat is I'm poking. They're hurting. I'm sad you think that. I wish we knew each other, Wicked. I got nothing but love for you. I wish you the best holiday. I'm poking. That's why that comment comes in. I'm poking. Yeah, man, yeah, Chris, it's hard, man, it's hard. And I want this so bad. Murph's brother, we got you before the end of the year, I promise. You know, like, this is real stuff, man. Phantom L, I know, man, this is real stuff. I'm gonna be in the chat for a little bit. Don't poke too much, bro.
You need to poke.
No, but I get it, like, that sensitive note, like, you do need to poke, but he's right. You don't poke too, like, the way I play, I'm very clever in how I've navigated Gary Vee over the last 15 years. He's right. You know, you understand, when you're weak, you're weak. But this is real stuff. And someone today's ready for a hard poke, and other people just need to, like, that's why they're saying negative things. They need to sign off. Like, if I'm hurting you right now, you need to sign off, but you need to sit on what I said, because it's true. And all of a sudden, when you realize what I said is true, now, Judy Clammer says, I'm weak and I give up on myself too easily. Judy, it's because you believed other people. Judy, I'm telling you, you're amazing and capable, because you are. I believe every human is actually capable, no matter the trauma, no matter the burden. And I think we've over-psychoanalyzed this last 15 years. All of us are therapists on therapists on therapists. And unfortunately, what it's done is it's exposed the biggest issue, which is if we were therapists on therapists on therapists, we're talking too much about feelings. No. We're not being accountable as human beings when we talk about our feelings. I talk about feelings all day, in fact. I was ahead of this curve. I was talking about feelings when y'all weren't talking about feelings. The issue is when I discovered that I lacked candor, and that was my flaw, I wrote a book and exposed myself to the world. When I realized I had a major flaw, I started making content and exposing myself. When you guys figure out you have a major flaw, you try to disguise it and blame everyone else. Yeah, Victoria, we're uh-ohing right now. We're getting to the real shit this morning. That's right, Brandon. Braden knows. Is Braden in the Dakotas right now? Probably shot a turkey this morning. Probably ate some mud with his brothers. You know what Braden's doing in Dakota? He like shot a turkey already, ate some mud with his brother, right? Was drinking like a 40 of Budweiser on some hay last night to 2 in the morning, reminiscing about falling off his granddaddy's truck. I know what you're doing, Braden. Extreme accountability. My friends. Oh, that's such a great question. Sav says, Gary, you ticklish? The answer is yes. I'm ticklish. Friends, I really need you to hear me this morning. I'm telling you right now, what's really funny is I went in this mood this morning in the perfect time for Thanksgiving, because tomorrow all the dynamics play out. You all know the same fight's gonna happen. Your aunt's gonna yell at your granddad for ruining her life, for not letting her marry Rick, without realizing she shouldn't have listened to her dad. That's on her. Auntie June, you're an idiot. You listened to dad. I don't know what to tell you. Young C says, boomer.
You're damn right, bitch.
Gen X, though. Shawnee says Gary won't answer, he'll deflect. Shawnee, I don't see the question. Fire away, I'll try to find it. RS5364, good to see you. Judy, Gen X is right. I love you all. Everybody, thank you so much. Everybody, if you're new to me and you've enjoyed these last 30 minutes, say new and enjoyed. I want you to hit the top left corner, hit my face. When you hit my face, follow and hit the bell to make sure you get notifications that you're always on these shows with me. I want you always on these shows with me. Thank you, Christy, thank you. Who stumbled on me? Actually, here's a good question. Who's been hanging out, has kind of seen a video or 2 or 3 from me, but really didn't know what I was about, and is now enjoying this and ready to follow? Give me that one as well. Happy Thanksgiving, great to see all of you new and enjoyed. Thank you, Rick L. Appreciate that. Haven't been here for, thank you, everybody. Thank you for this, literally. Oh, yeah, the title's awesome. Holla. I've seen you lost, but never found you live. Thank you for that, Courtney. Glad you're here. What steps would you recommend to find? Man, stuff is going fast. Are you guys catching questions, everyone? Rogoff, no, right? Catching questions? Keep looking. You're welcome, Chad Lyons. New and enjoy. I would love to know your opinion on the other side. I'm not deep Yuga Labs. I own 5 Bored Apes, but I'm not deep on giving you that answer, brother, because I just don't know what's going on deep enough. I've been so head down with V-Friends. I'm cheering for everything. I'm cheering for Pudgy. I'm cheering for Bored Ape, Azuki, Doodles. I'm cheering for all of them. I'm just so deep building V-Friends. I'm not sure. And for me, as a collector, my big thing is CryptoPunks. I'm obsessed. I want to go live. Happy Thanksgiving back. Neil's good to see you. Everyone's store says, help me out. What do you got, friend? Everyone's store. Ask your question. I'll have the team look for it. Advice on fighting the internal bullies. Mel's Heart School. Very simply, anybody here who thinks they suck? Actually, let's get right into it, since we have almost 1,000 people here. Who here genuinely thinks they suck? Like, who here doesn't feel great about themselves? Who's feeling down? Say down. Who's feeling down? Who feels like they're not in a great place? Thank you, E-Beast. Who feels like they're not in a great place? Here's where it's at, friends. If you're feeling down this morning, this pre-Thanksgiving in the US or somewhere else in the world, there's just 2 truths to this. One, you don't realize that the voice in your head that is your bully and saying you suck was not put in by you. It was put in by a parent. It was put in by some other father or mother figure, whether it's a sibling or a teacher or a coach when you were little, and unfortunately you believed it. Unfortunately, the voice in your head that says you suck are just not real, and you've decided to believe it. It's the boogeyman, it's being scared of the dark, it's completely fake. Or you're someone who was overcoddled and had actually a lot of love, but your parents or your ecosystem overcoddled. They demonized losing, right? They demonized losing. Wise man says, I spend holidays alone. Sure, you might be in a situation where you're estranged from your family, or God forbid, everybody passed, but you don't have to spend your holidays alone. In fact, I would argue that friends that you make along the way in life act more like your family than your family in the way that we define it. You choose the people you love along the way in your journey. You don't choose who you're born into. Friends, life is a mental game. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that take advantage of soft mental people. Politicians are very good at telling you that you all suck and you should be scared of these people, but they'll take care of you. Rogoff, you know about this? Politicians are very good at saying, be scared of these people, and they're selling fear and hate. I'm out here, right now, this morning, selling love and positivity, money-making, non-money-making happiness, right? Money-making happiness, non-money-making happiness. And I'm telling all of you, I can't help you, you can help yourself. So that's that. I don't know, man. I'm just desperate to get people to understand that adversity is a good thing. You're in control, you're capable. Alamo says, no Sora in Germany, yet. A lot of you check me out on Sora, you know, the next part, /Sora, S-O-R-A. Can some of you put that in? Gary V. Dot, you know what to put in, /Sora. Everybody put that in. All of you in the US should follow me on Sora. A lot going on there. It's time to get to Q&A. Yeehaw! I'm a cowboy this morning. Literally got up early, got in the gym, rehabbed my left glute, and got here early on a day that almost everyone is off. Big shout out to Train, Courtney, Nerea, Raga, Emily, all in the office. Corso's here. We're all grinding on a day. And honestly, I'm glad it's ending early and everyone can do their thing, because you need the family time and all that, but I'm happy to be here to continue to bring value, bring people value, bring people value, bring people value, mentally, financially, and we're answering questions, everybody. Yes, if you want to learn more about Be Friends, who wants to learn more about this incredible fantasy world I'm building? Say, I want to learn. I'm trying to teach my kid to not fear. Z-Wiggy, just have them keep losing. Get them into competition, all that. Here we go, everyone, take a screenshot. Nerea, Raghav?
Yep, we got a question from Akshay.
Akshay?
How would you respond to a coworker who has less knowledge and experience than you have a job, but tries to be unnecessarily bossy with you and overtake your leadership without making yourself come off like a jerk to people around you?
I call it kind candor. I think you sit the person down and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling. You know, I appreciate it. I'm not sure exactly where your energies come from. You know, maybe you think I'm a bozo. Because humility, Raghav, humility is a superpower. I would say to that person, hey, maybe you think I'm a bozo, right?